Hi everyone, myself Jerlin Lutz. In this video, we'll talk about Workfront Fusion and Workfront Fusion as the integration tool. Workfront Fusion is a codeless API tool where we can automate the workflow and integrate with multiple third-party applications with the limitless number of applications. Let's kickstart the integration steps. We are on the landing page of Workfront Fusion. Workfront Fusion helps to build orchestration with multiple third-party applications. We can create automated scenario in two ways. We have a link, create a new scenario. On click of this, we are landed on the scenario creation page. On the left hand side, we have a link scenario. On click of it, we are landed on the all scenarios page where we can see all active and inactive scenarios, and we can click on link create a new scenario, which takes us to the scenario creation page. And here a pop-up with list of third-party applications have appeared here. For our use case, we are going to build orchestration, or we are going to build a workflow between Jira Cloud and Workfront, Adobe Workfront. Let's select Jira Cloud, and a list of actions, predefined actions have appeared in a pop-up. So this is nothing but a action is being observed at the Jira end. So to start the scenario in Adobe Workfront Fusion, so a scenario, any actions like create a record, delete a record, or even watch for records is being observed or being monitored at Jira end, so that the scenario can be or automated workflow can be initiated in Adobe Workfront. So for our use case today, I'm selecting watch for records, and let's add a webhook connection to establish connection with Jira. Let's click on add. Let's give a connection name, and add a connection to it. Let's add a connection. Let's add a connection name, and let's select the environment, whether it's production or non-production. Let's select the account type, whether it's a service account or personal account. Let's enter the service URL, username, and API token. Let's click on continue. So our connection has been established successfully. Let's select the record type. So if suppose if any changes in project issue or comment needs to be monitored or observed, that we need to select it as a record type. So I'm selecting as a project. And what is the event type, whether issue is created at that time you want the next action, next module to perform the action, or what. So I'm selecting the event type as create for this use case, and I'm giving save. So now a webhook connection has been established successfully, and click on OK. So now I'm going to add another model. I'm selecting Adobe Workfront. Let's select Adobe Workfront, and again a list of action have appeared in a pop-up. So again, similar like Jira, here also the predefined action which need to be performed. So we are going to see like watch for records. If any task is created in Jira, so we are going to create a task in Workfront as well. So let's select create for record, and let's add a connection. Let's give a name to the connection. Let's select the environment, whether it's production or non-production. Let's select the account, whether it's a service account or personal account. Let's click on continue. So a pop-up appears for authentication. So we need to enter the Adobe Workfront domain here. Let's click on continue. So it will ask for allow access. We need to grant permission to access the to Adobe Workfront where we have access. Let's click on allow access. So now the connection is being established. So our connection name has appeared here. So connection is successful now. Let's select the record type. So as I said earlier, we are going to see if any issue is being created at Jira. We will create a task here. So I'm selecting it as a task, and these are the fields we can map when a task is created. So I'm selecting a name, and we need to mention now under which project this task is going to be created. So I'm selecting project ID, and I'm selecting name for now. So for name, we can give any meaningful name. So here even in issue also we have a fields like name or any custom fields will be there. We can use that as well. And for now, I'm using the ID as a for the ticket name. Otherwise, we can use even the Jira ticket field name. If we added a field, that name also we can use it here. So and we are giving, we need to give the project ID. So project which are already available as part of Adobe Workfront are displayed as drop down. So I'm selecting the project ID from the drop down. I'm clicking on OK. So now we have established the workflow between Jira and Adobe Workfront. If suppose a task many times it can update can be performed, a creation can be performed. In that time, if we want this workflow to run it in automated way, we can schedule it like immediately or at regular intervals only once. So for the defined period, we can schedule this setting, and we can schedule the scenario. Let's update the name. Let's give save changes. So the scenario is saved, and we can run once. Run once. On clicking of run once, we need action is watch for record. So let's click on run once, and let's create a task here. Let's create a task with the name like test April. So I'm creating a task. So if let's go to the automation screen, we can see that Jira Cloud issue has been created. So what is the issue? We can see the ID 10087 and the key ID of for that. And if we see here, the response is like we see the task has been created under this project ID. This task has been created. ID is this bundle ID. The name we have said we have mapped the Jira ID as a name here. So this ID has been marked here. If we go to Adobe Workfront, we can see. So let's see the task. So the task name which is in Adobe Workfront 1087. So we see a task has been created under the project which we have mentioned. So we have seen the successful establishment connection between Jira and Adobe Workfront. Thank you everyone for watching this video.